Okay, are we on? Sounds like we're on. You know what? I will take the magic 8-ball at this point. How is everyone doing tonight? I apologize for starting so late. It has taken me quite a while just to get my brain in the right space for this. I have been alternatingly either asocial or horridly tired basically all day. You missed nothing, Code Gangster. We are just starting. Yeah, I'm quite sorry about that, Chloe. I am surprised to see you here under any circumstances, Leliana. It is late where you are. And yes, I do have a base. We are working with our mega base, and unlike the laptop, this can update in like 7.5 milliseconds, as opposed to like the 18 that was taking. So we're in good shape on this system. So, what modded planets are there? So, at the moment, we are doing Rubia, Cirrus, and Meraxis is what we are starting with this megabase. There are some of these planets integrate with each other. I believe Rubia is specifically a prerequisite for Meraxis because they're both installed. They require some research, but that's easy enough. Yep, instant. That is what happens when you have a whole bunch of beaconed biolabs. What's with the question mark tech tree items? These, I believe... Yeah, unknown technology. So it is hiding some of the stuff from you until you actually complete their prerequisites. Does that say Craft 69 or something? It probably does. Let's see. Yeah, Craft 69 something. Craft... Yeah, these are all 69 something or other. On the last... My voice is a bit quiet. I can lean in. Is that helpful? Okay. The last ill-fated attempt at doing this while I was on the laptop, I took a look in the mod settings for Rubia, and this is a thing. For those of you who are watching on a small screen or who can't read that for any reason, this is butt plug integration. I looked in the changelog. This is real. It says testers wanted. So, I did not get the remove bad stuff add-on mod for Rubia. We are playing that raw. I have only looked far enough ahead to know that there is gamer girl bathwater is one of the random items that Rubia makes you research. So, we have Rubia, we have Cirrus. Do you guys have a preference as to which you want to see first? I was leaning towards Cirrus myself, but if there's... Get Rubia over with. Compatible with more things than the name suggests. I wish I could say I was surprised. You could make a chair that rumbles that works with it. Yes, we'll just call it a massage chair. That's what it's actually doing. Hello, Saracen. When I tried to play the All Planets mod, most of them felt more tedious than hard. Yeah, I'm working with 3 of the more popular ones here. Hopefully that is indicative of their quality. Let's see. Get Rubia over with, we think? Get Rubia done. Alright, Rubia it is. Cute little cube ship, thank you. I am not a, looks like a mallet. Yeah, in the blueprints I have called this a mace. This is about as much effort as I felt like putting into a ship that could guarantee self-sustain its own resources while in flight. This is what we pay you for. You have a sinking feeling that you are insufficiently armed for Rubia, like there is something critical you forgot to read before leaving. You feel a shiver down your spine. You are totally naked, and this journey will end in certain death. Okay. Are there tips for Rubia? Rubia briefing. Passengers in cargo pods will suffer severe impact damage upon entering Rubian airspace. Safely landing on Rubia requires you to be able to withstand a large amount of impact damage, or else you will die upon landing. Prerequisites of Rubia allow everything needed. Crafting everything needed to land after beating Rubia. Okay. Gleba health. I do have some health. What I don't have, and what I was researching on Novice before... Not researching, crafting on Novice before leaving was some legendary shield generators and personal lasers. Yeah, it's not the science I'm worried about. It's the fact that I have no damage control equipment in my suit. Just get more health. You know what? Sure. Let's just get a ton more health. And see what that does. Wait a minute. No. Yeah, slower than you expected because, well, this is 102,000. It will take a minute. But probably only a minute. Okay. Alright, this is compatible with visible planets. What are you? Medium metallic? No, you're just covered up by the planet, I guess. Okay. Why don't we save our modded planets map and drop to Rubia and see what happens. Full compromised. Okay. Hello, Fire Wizard. Alright, health alone is not gonna get us out of this, apparently. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with respawning and trying to get all this crap off of this planet. I have one, I guess that's where the hardcore playthrough ends. It did pop up a warning, I just underestimated it. Grid stop. Will I mega base on any modded planets? That is the eventual plan. Alright, apparently we're either going to need more health or a bunch of shield generators or both to survive Rubia, so we're going to do Cirrus while we craft some personal shield generators in legendary quality back on Novice. I know the gist of these planets, Code Gangster, but that's about it. I think Cirrus is far and away the best modded planet, and I don't think it's particularly close. Well, we're starting off strong then. Yeah, the music that's in the background right now is Cirrus music. All three of these planets have custom music playlists of their own. Cirrus's, if the metadata is to be believed, is all taken from copyright-free music by a guy named Scott Buckley. So not, like, custom for the planet, but, it's still there. I don't think I've heard of Lignumus. August. What is that one about? Like, what's the gist there? Ooh. We are very close to Fulgora, apparently. Oh, that first death will absolutely make it into the final video. gosh, I am so sorry, Taro F. Alright. Numis is a wooden planet built around a burner start. That sounds interesting. Ooh! And Fulgora is, large in the sky here. Okay. Let's see. Let's also get down some, construction bots. Okay, Fulgoran cryogenic plan to wreck. You can't drop stuff onto Cirrus? I believe you can drop construction bots and that's it. Yeah. Yoink. Air Fulgoran cryogenic plant. Okay. And what is this that you have? Methane ice. Interesting. Okay. What is this? Fulgoran reactor wreck. Can we just deconstruct this? No. Excavate Fulgoran fission reactor. Completions required 40. Reactor is the goal of Cirrus. Okay, not going to be able to do that for a while then. Ah, hello. Radiative tower. Music is a bit loud. One sec. Any better? Heat tower with range. Makes sense. Okay. I will leave the music there. Okay, apparently we need to remove the sticks from these radiative towers. We're gonna need to find a way to get these fuel. Stores, cryogen plant working with there, requires ingredient ancient structure repair part. Which we do not have. Let's see. Mine nitrogen-rich minerals, or mine nuclear scrap. Ooh, and we're getting some nighttime. That's neat. Oh gosh, this is tiny. Okay, well this may throw a wrench in my plans to mega base on this thing. you unequip your mech armor? I mean, we can see what happens. No, nothing. We're fine. Face totally exposed to the vacuum. No big deal. I am the Factorio engineer. Alright, let's see. Alright, all of these things are gonna need fuel. Alright, mine... Oh, this is nuclear scrap. Okay. That's nuclear scrap. Alright, and that gave us what? Unlocks nuclear scrap recycling. Oh, which gives us a whole bunch of fun stuff. Let's see. Gives us the ability to make recyclers. Gives us ancient structure repair parts. 2 electronic circuits and 1 engine. We are going to have to recycle some turbines and red circuits to be able to do that. And then you can turn uranium into plutonium. Is it possible to make a base here? I'm leaning towards no. Let's see. Okay, that gives us... Okay. Right, and then solid fuel can let us turn some of these radiative towers on. Let's see, right. You need an ancient structure repair part. 2 green circuits, 1 engine. We have steel, we're gonna... Yeah, okay. Recyclers. Is this a normal recycler? Sure looks like it. Other than being frozen. Let's see. Okay. So, we're gonna need a miner. It'd be cool if you could place space platform foundation to expand Cirrus. I agree. Right, we're gonna need to recycle some gears and red circuits to get that. Okay. Let us make a box to put our stuff into. Shove some solid fuel in there. Oh. Ooh, fun. Fascinating. What are you? I guess liquid methane? Oh, done. Of course I'll need power for that. Okay. Oh, we've mined some solar panels. That's nice. Okay. I guess I need to mine a bunch more of this. More of a campaign than a full thing. Sure seems like it. Let's see. Recycle that. Actually, let's... That'll give us a bunch of green circuits. Low power. Okay, 40 green circuits. Right, and then we need to feed it a bunch of gears to get some iron plates, so we can get a miner. Okay. Let's see. How do we want to physically arrange this? What I want to do... 2.1 billion expected resources. Okay. Apparently the center of these patches are extremely dense. I don't know that those are asteroids. I think these are just... Yeah, I'm not sure what these pink things are. Some sort of just particle effect. Let's see. What do I want? I want... Fast inserter's probably fine. I want a fast inserter filtered to solid fuel. Can I hook this up to the circuit network? I can. Read temperature. Fun. Okay. Insert solid fuel when T is less than 100. Oh hey, there's night vision. We'll need one there. And I'll need to mine some more. Space estrogen. Pink dots are used later. Fascinating. Okay. Okay. There's some solid fuel. That warms up all this. Okay. That gets us a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, let's see. We're going to need to make some assemblers to make some engines in. In fact, GitHub hasn't had more than a month of 100% uptime. Oh dear, that's upsetting. Yeah, I mean, I have lots of everything productivity because I've needed to stress test this megabase in all sorts of various ways, so... Oh, let's see. Let's see, I will want another recycler for breaking down some... Oh, hello. You cause damage. Apparently not. Okay, I guess that's floating above my head or something. Mine it? I can't. I am right-clicking and it does nothing. Immune from lasers due to the magnetic atmosphere. Okay, so the turrets wouldn't even do anything. Yeah, can't deselect it. Can't get the bots to do anything. I think it's just floating by. Asteroid collector. Okay, let me think. I was just going to make some engines. What do we need? An engine and 2 green circuits. Okay. You. Great, make me some engines. Meant to be used with asteroid grabbers on the edge of the disk. That would be very funny. More research? No, that's actually why there are asteroids? Oh, okay. Oh gosh, what should we research? Can always default to more mining productivity. But, I don't know. I've researched most everything I need here. Fun fact, you can't do research productivity right now because both Meraxis and Rubia have integrated their science packs. Up the scrap prod. Alright. See if we can get to 25. Okay, let's see. We're making engines. And apparently I need another assembler to actually make the... Oh, I have no steel. Where did I get steel from? Was that from mining some of this crap? It is. Interesting. Okay. And no power, presumably because we're at night right now? That I can tell from the planet. Let's see. Let's set this up in the meantime. Let's see. That means we're gonna need some accumulators, which we have no batteries for. Is Fulgora... I mean, I'm not seeing any, I'm not seeing any lightning actually on this moon. Ancient Fulgoran teleporter. What do you do? Seems to be vaguely in working order. Huh. That sounds like a terrible idea. Teleports to a random location on Fulgora. Any items in your inventory will be left behind. So you escape to Fulgora if you want to bail on Cirrus before you build a rocket. Oh, that's fair. There's probably not another way to, probably not another great way to bail on this planet, is there? Click it. I am not going down to Fulgora right now. Ancient structure repair part. Completions required 100. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do then? This is the part where you roll the handcrafting montage. Perhaps so. Where did those pipes go? Whatever, we can just do that. Okay, as those engines get finished, dump into here. We will need another recycler. We need more steel. Need a lot more steel. ETA on the research. 22 minutes for the next level. Recycle stuff to make steel? Guess we could. Yeah, I guess a turbine would give us some steel. I forget what goes into a centrifuge. Is that... Yeah, that gets a bunch of steel and some other crap we don't really need. Let's see. Look at the hint. Is there a hint? Oh, here it is. Cirrus briefing. Solar particles deflected by the magnetic field of Fulgora stream overhead and interfere with unmanned spacecraft until the research of blast a hole in the magnetosphere. Send hydrogen bomb to orbit. Surface is covered by multiple layers of methane ice. Nitrogen-rich minerals. And lithium brine. Okay, where are some nitrogen... Oh, there's... Let's see, methane ice crystals, but that probably just gets me, yeah. New scrap. That looks like... Oh, that has a horrid mining time. Okay. We have a nitrogen-rich mineral, which gets us mineral leaching. 1 nitrogen-rich mineral and 60 sulfuric acid to produce 2 iron ore and 40 ammonia made in a Fulgoran cryogenic plant. Wait, look at grid stops hint. Very minor hint. Look at some of the stuff you picked up for accumulators. Ah! Stores and releases energy like an accumulator. Ah. I can read, I swear. Okay. Let's see. eventually we will need to make some more steel. For the moment, I'm still going to scavenge that. Whatever. 4 iron sticks. Oh, interesting. Of course that doesn't work because we have no power, so we're going to be waiting here for a minute. Is this a small moon? Either that or a space station. Depending on which franchise you want to shamelessly reference. Imagine one of your mega bases gets destroyed while you're here. Everything is pretty well defended. I can't imagine that happening. This is on the mega base save, wrong perfection. Not that I expect we're going to be able to do much with that on this particular moon. Alright, let's see. Thank you, Windows. Okay, you need a place to dump your output. You need pipes. Let's see. I don't want to be stuck hand-feeding those for forever. Which means I need to recycle some blue circuits to get some green circuits. Our expansion party's enabled. I mean, they are. I have perimeter walls. Okay, there's a bunch of green circuits. Let's see. I'll have to tear this down later, but I don't care. I want you making pipes. Yep. Ah, no. Wrong. Oopsies. Of some steel. Let's see. Do I have enough for another recycler? I do. Okay, this is not even remotely a sane way to go about doing this. There we go. That gets us some pipe input. Some engine input. You need some green circuit input. Okay. Factorio, but live chat messes with me. I am pretty sure... Hello, Nikki. I am pretty sure that some, chat integrations for Factorio already exist. Let's Let's see. What are you complaining about? Oh god, I don't care. Okay. Bunch of ancient structure repair parts. What? Uh-huh. 23 finished. Oh, out of 50, it says. That's nice. Okay. Alright, I need to... Let's see. Nitrogen-rich minerals plus sulfuric acid. I assume we get that by melting methane? And then cracking that into hydrocarbons? Rough guess? Hello. Okay, so this is what we make. Careful, Goran cryogenic vent. Oh boy, that's a lot of recipes. Okay. Oh, you can build your own heaters. Fascinating. Whaley Minecraft, the invite link to the Discord should be in the description of this stream, since you're on YouTube. The music is from the mod, yes. Look at the assembling machine. I'm sure there's more. Okay, you can make plutonium fuel. Explosives by nitrate oxidation. Reverse engineered science pack and too heavy for a rocket. How interesting. Oh gosh, okay. All sorts of fun stuff. This is Cirrus. Moon of Fulgora. And yes, those are tier 4 modules with some quirks to them. Overclock module, the effects of 2 speed 3s in one variant tier 4, however, inhibits productivity bonuses. And radioactive module, which is a prod that decays over time but can be recharged using plutonium in a centrifuge. And yeah, tier 4 is modded. those. Okay. Our electricity grid is mostly doing okay because we're not doing much. Gosh, that's a lot of solid fuel. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all of that. Okay. We got spoiling tier 4 modules in Factorio before GTA 6. Yeah, I didn't use modules for the most part in my Everything Spoils run. But in theory, I could have put them into and taken them out of beacons, because for some reason those are legitimate targets for an inserter. Okay. That gets us... Okay. That activates this cryo plant, which has a bunch of different things it can do. I have no way to get sulfur or water yet. Unless there's something I can destroy that gives me sulfur, which it doesn't look like there is. Okay. No to sulfuric acid, no to mineral leaching. Can make more structure repair parts. We can discover Fulgurian cryogenics. That sounds nice. Let's do that. What did that do, if anything? I have seen a Fulgora base once where they swapped to efficiency during the day and speed mods at night. That's fascinating. If I tried the planet Vesta, I have not. This is my first modded planet. Okay. So what did that do? Did you miss a prerequisite? I don't think so. It's letting me do the thing. Foreign cryogenics. Oh, craft 10 of those. Okay, we're fine. Oh, whoops. No, don't need you right now. Whoa, that's a ton. Okay. Yeah, that mines stupidly quickly. 2, 3. Let's see. Aha, yep, okay. And this is where we're able to turn methane ice into oil, which we can crack down. Goodbye, Nikki. Yes, be well. Okay, we can turn ammonia water into nitric acid. We can use nitric acid instead of sulfuric acid to recreate processing units. Ammonia, nitric acid for explosives. One plate lithium iron ammonia. Interesting. Okay. Gregorian cryogenics researched. Okay. Ditches that recipe. And then gives us a ton of extra stuff we can do. Okay, let's see here. What did you need? Gregorian cryogenic plant wreck. Okay. So we have a number of these laying around. Gregorian crusher wreck. Okay, what does that do? First we need you. We need... what do we need? More processing units. Where was I getting processing units from? I thought that... Was I just mining those? I guess I was. Okay, bad idea to recycle that then. Planning to play C-Block one day, yes. I would love to do a C-Block run that is one giant edited video. Set polarity from circuit. Fascinating. Where was I getting? Yeah, okay, I was just mining these processing units, wasn't I? I'm not entirely sure if this is a good investment right now. Frozen. Ugh. Out of 40. Okay. A handful more of those. Yeah, C-Block is in the process of being ported to 2.0, that I know. And I am planning on waiting on playing it until it is ported. I think it would be neat to do it with elevated rails. Get all the heaters activated now, you'll need them later. Okay, this is a crusher. Aha! Okay, so we do need to... Okay, this is our asteroid crusher, basically. I'm also curious. Let's see. Uh-huh. Knew it. What? That gives water? Are you serious? Hang on. I want to pipe. I want to prove that. Yeah, okay, that gives water. I did not expect that. Hey, there we go, scrap recycling. Oh, interesting, these only go up to 150. Okay. Methane ice crystals. Okay. Oh, let's see. This is going to be a giant tangle of spaghetti mess before this is all done, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. If we want more green circuits, what we need to be recycling is red circuits. Because apparently we have been mining our blues this entire time. Those aren't scrap products. Let's see. Okay, what should we be doing here? We can make sulfuric acid from iron plate, sulfur, which we still don't know how to get. We can turn methane ice into light oil and methane. We need acid for that. We need nitric acid for that. Our copper plate. We can make superconductors. Make rocket fuel, which we don't really need. I heard methane, I thought of Breaking Bad. Nice. Let's see. Fusion power cell. Presumably that's endgame. Okay, what can we do with methane other than shove it in a tank and forget about it? Very little. You're used in a bunch of stuff, you're used in nothing. Is this where the flare stack mod came into play? Apparently not. We can presumably crack light oil. What I'm wondering is what on earth we do with the methane, because we cannot get one without the other. And it does not appear that it's actually used in anything. I mean, it's a fuel, but like we have nothing. You do need the flare stack mod, says Gridstop. Okay. I thought I had that enabled. Yeah, okay. I have it enabled and installed. don't know is how to make one. Maybe research it. Is that a research? Oh, craft fluid methane to get science pack, and then that unlocks a bunch of other crap. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Let's see. So when in doubt, look at the tech tree. Okay. We can make a Cirrus lab from copper plate, red circuit, and belt. Make a reverse engineered science pack from U-238. Ancient structure, repair part, chromium plate, and nitric acid. Okay. Let's see. Start by getting ourselves a bunch of copper plate. Okay. That lets us unlock a Cirrus lab. And then the other thing we needed was... Okay, U-238, ancient structure repair part. Which means we need red circuit to green circuit recycling. Let's see, holmium plate, which we get from scrap recycling, along with U-238. And then nitric acid. Okay, we're going to assume we can get a near infinite amount of U. Processing units from nitric acid. Okay, I saw the recipe for this somewhere. Processing units from nitric acid. Explosives from... yeah, okay. Right. Okay. Ammonia and water. And we get ammonia here from sulfuric acid. Okay, how do we get sulfuric acid here? See ya, Liliana. Yeah, I'm already leaning towards a Fulgoran style scrap loop for dealing with this. What I cannot... Okay, sulfuric acid from sulfur, which we could get from petroleum gas, which we could get from cracking light oil. And then what was it? I know I just looked this up, but what was it we did with the methane? Tech tree, yeah. Space science pack from methane ice. Fascinating. Aha! Fluid and gas venting. Okay, so we need 15 of these science packs before we can unlock a flare stack. Alright, so for the time being, we have to shove this into a tank and forget about it. Alright. Let's see. There's a decent methane patch. I guess we can just do this. Let's see, we have one. Yeah, and there's some water here. That's fine. Oh, except I need to make it in one of these, don't I? Yeah, okay. For the time being... If I flip outputs, I can. Where did that tank go? Here we go. Haha. Let's see, we need another one of those. I'm very glad we can rotate that. Yeah, it's fine. Just means we had a rogue asteroid collision. You know what? For the time being, I'm gonna send this back to Novice. Save her there, it can get fuel there. And we don't have anything else to do with it in the meantime anyway. Okay, let's see. So, you... Get methane ice belted all the way over here. Yeah, that's fine for now. Is that where I want these tanks? Whatever. Let's see. Get this out of my inventory. Let's see, that's full. Let's see, right, you need an inserter and power for that inserter. Oh, and it takes 100 of you for a single craft. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Right, we needed to crack down some of this light oil. Which means we need... Hello, Fire Wizard. Which would you consider yourself to be? I mean, I feel it's pretty self-explanatory that I am a Mega Baser. Okay. Crack light oil to petroleum. Thank you, autosave. to route that right through my solar panels. Ugly, but it'll do the job. Okay. Now I need to put that somewhere useful. Let's see. What did I need this petroleum for? Sulfur for sulfuric acid, I think. Do you smell spaghetti? You absolutely smell spaghetti. And yes, Optic, the PC is alive. It's stunning. Let's see. I really wish I had Logibots to handle this, but that would probably defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? Okay. Let's see. We are going to need a way to get... How much? 1.9 million methane ice. That's an interesting map. Okay. Right, we needed to turn this into sulfur. There, does that work? Yeah. Oh yeah, and you also need water. Okay. I'm still missing copper cables. Okay. Got you. Yeah, that'll work. Horrendously ugly, but it'll work. Okay, that gets us some sulfur. Now we need to turn you into sulfuric acid, which also needs water. I love how horrible this water routing is already. Let's see. Nope, we already have one. The only other thing you need is iron plate, which we can dump a bunch of in here manually for the time being. Oh, gosh. Okay. I need to turn this on. And I need to find a way to keep it on. Tell myself what. What am I missing for you? Iron plates, of course I am. Okay. Plan is to take more solid fuel out of here with another inserter, belt it across there, dump it in here. Can't wait to see you ratio this for 60 SPM. What? No. Let's see. Actually, I suppose it's okay if we do this. Let's see. Turn on manually. And then we need some power extension. Okay. That should keep that warm. Now we need another storage tank to hold our sulfuric acid. Okay. And then that... Of course. Okay. Okay, U-238, ancient structure, repair part, only in plate nitric acid. We only need 15 to get this. I may just craft this. Well, I can't quite by hand. But I may come fairly close. What was that? Forgot to read temp. I got it. Pink pellet. There's been tons of pink pellets. Why is that suddenly a problem? I'm trying to hit these. Whatever. If it happens again, I'll worry about it. Okay. Oh yeah, we're probably towards the limits of this electrical grid, aren't we? Okay, that should help. Alright, what was I gonna do with the sulfuric acid? Not you. Right. Combine with nitrogen-rich minerals to get iron ore and ammonia. Made in another Fulgoran cryogenic plant. Okay. So I guess we have to repair that. 16 out of 100 this time. Fine. Can you steam here? Probably? I haven't tried it. I don't think there's anything in the way of it, though. Do prod mods help with the cryoplant repairs? That is an excellent question. I mean, I'm not really materially limited, it's just speed limited, because crafting engines for these repair parts is slow. Oh boy, and that's still too much. Okay. Let's see. What? One entity is destroyed. What? Okay, something's happening. And I don't understand what it is. Water froze. I don't think that was it. Your water freezes it. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Put that back on manually. And then I'm liking this boiler idea. We have an excess of solid fuel. Oh, except we'd need stone to make it. And there's no stone here. Try heating towers instead. Where did those go? Why am I blind? Thank you. Concrete, yeah, because those take boilers to make. Okay. So we have to use our solid fuel that we get here to just heat this, and power is just going to be solar. At least until we can get this up off the ground, which is going to take a minute. I didn't remember either, Code Gangster. Yeah, none of those are, even if I had stone, I'm not sure they're craftable on Cirrus anyway. Any alternate power? I mean, there's burning stuff, and there's solar. And that's about it. I think we are just stuck with solar for the time being. Like, there are worse fates. It's okay. Okay. Let's see. We have radioactive. I mean, there will be nuclear, but that's at the end. Are solar panels and power poles affected? Power poles aren't. I don't remember if... Yeah, okay. So we could dump solar throughout all this extra space here, but... whatever. If I need to move it, I will. Let's see. these take 100 all of a sudden? Do these take an increasing number of repair packs every time? Woob is working on the 2.1 patch. I don't know that there's anything planned besides that, August. Yeah, mainly QOL. I have heard rumors of new achievements, but unsure. Okay, let's see. I guess make speed modules to shove in here. We've made a new expansion. What do you think it would add? Gosh, I don't know. Probably additional planets, but they've already kind of opened that up to the community. Underground stuff, that would be interesting. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to need pin circuits. Let's see. What do we need here? Yeah, we really just need more repair packs for that. So I guess let's set up... tell you what. Here's what I'm gonna do. Can I... Yeah. This into a pipe assembler, this into 2 engine assemblers. Make sure we're on gears. Gears and plates. Let's see, you were making repair. That at least gets us double the engine production. We can get gears from somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. Where have we been getting gears from this entire time? Just a 2x2 platform for the Shattered Planet. That would be very funny. Make the Shattered Planet a roguelike. steel. Hand. Random recipes each run. Good lord. New game modes, like what, August? Black hole-related Factorio mod where general relativity affects research speeds. I bet that would be possible with the planets, the planet interfaces that we now have. That would actually be really cool, Sports Racer. And welcome. Okay. Let's see. Am I insane? Have I just been recycling turbines for gears? No short on green circuits. Fix that. What do you think of this game idea? A factory game that auto-generates new recipes every round, so each run is completely different. That sounds fun as a scenario. Drop very slight amount of asteroids into the black hole and capture the radiation with the Dyson sphere. Oopsies. Okay. We need proteins scattered around. Okay, let's see. Uh, 20 parts. We're so close. Okay. We have one more of these. Right, we wanted that to produce... Take in sulfuric acid, get out ammonia, right? I think that's what we wanted. needed nitric acid from somewhere. Yeah, ammonia and water. So we need this thing to make ammonia. Okay, and we need... It's an easy way to get steel, isn't it? Okay. I don't think we need these turbines anytime soon. Fine, I guess we'll recycle some gears. What's your current goal for this planet, Neuro? Get off this planet. I have no idea. The goal is to get this to turn on, but we are just taking things one step at a time to actually get there. We need nitrogen-rich minerals in... Where did those come from? Those come from, in part, way over here. Yeah, those come from nowhere close, is the answer. Okay. Which means... can we cross that? Not at that distance. I guess we could just deliberately not... Well, no, it has to be heated. It has to actually... Fine, I'll tear some of this down. You know what? I need to map out a path by having these actually active, don't I? Is the music a bit too loud? I can turn it down again. Look if you can get stone. I'm almost positive you cannot get stone. Oh, you are right. Thank you, August. Always forget you can't quite do that. I guess we can, like, weave it through this way. Be sure it's heated. Yeah, I have to snake this belt past here, here, here. so that I can get a miner there and snake another belt back more or less the same way. I have to extend the solid fuel belt up here, because eventually we need this nitrogen-rich mineral dumping into this cryo plant. Okay. Let's run this backwards. I don't need too far to connect. That should be fine. Well, it would help if I had, some actual undergrounds, wouldn't it? Let's see. Solar doesn't need heat if you want more room. Yeah. No, that's fine. That'll work. This will all get torn down at some point anyway. Let's see. I want to split that off again. Let's see. Connect that. Oh, you know what? Did I? I did not turn read temperature on that one. That would be why it's just continually feeding more in. Okay, let's see. I think we are actually going to do this with big power poles. Centrifuges equals concrete equals bricks, not raw stone, is the problem there. Iron plate still. Goodness. Okay. I am going to do that a little farther back so I can actually see what I'm doing. Read temperature, please. Thank you. Okay. How are we doing on belts? We could use more. Okay. That up. And read temperature. Okay. If only I could get big mining drills on here. No, and you need stone for boilers, not bricks. Good night, Code Gangster. Let's see, I needed another mining drill. What am I missing with that? Iron plate still. Goodness. Okay. soon we will not have to recycle our gears for iron plates, because soon we will have this magical process which spits out iron ore, which we will then smelt for our plates. Let's see. Why don't we? Does that reach if we just go backwards? It does. Alright, now where do we want to take this belt the other way? We kind of have to push it around here, which is not great. That means I need to heat up these two towers as well. Let's see. You, in particular, are going to be problem child, aren't you? Yeah, I know I can move the solar panels. That's not actually the problem with room at the moment. Regardless of whether the solar panels lived here or somewhere completely different, I would still have to get this belt of nitrogen-rich minerals back all the way over here to this cryo plant. I had a stupid idea. No, okay, I cannot mine it. Of course not. That would be silly. Let's see. We're gonna run out of belts pretty soon here too, aren't we? Let's see. I should recycle all the rest of the scrap that I have in my hands. What are you missing? You're missing more. Yeah, okay. That's the teleporter. I'd have to unfreeze that to see. No, we have solid fuel to spare. Oh, and I'd also have to get power up there. I'm curious whether these take an increasing number of repair parts every time. Let's see. Right, we needed a few more of these. I may have to craft some more belts. I don't think we're gonna have quite enough, Okay, it just happened again. What was that? Something took away, like, a tiny, tiny chunk of my health, and I have no idea what it was. frozen area. Fine, we'll do this the safer way. And feed some. Okay, need another tank. Okay, we have ammonia. Can we make electric furnaces on here? We could, if we recycled some concrete. Very, very slowly. Need underground belts. Need to wrap this up around. Need to heat that. Let's see. Which means this has to cross there. So the fuel belt can come around this way and heat that tower. Okay. And you sneak just underwards. Another scrap recycling? Yeah. Go all the way down here. Bricks, that makes us one furnace? No. Okay, fine, more concrete. Did I headbutt a pink particle? I don't think so. Like, I'm trying to collide with these right now, and it's not doing anything. I have absolutely no idea what that was. Hello, Tobias. Is this a Gleba smash? It is a smash of a kind, I suppose. Can't wait for the end of this planet when there is just one ginormous snake belt of solid fuel. You know, I am not opposed to just throwing Logibots at the problem when we can eventually make those. Actually, can we eventually make those? Because we're just getting light oil here, not heavy oil, which means we can't make lubricant. So I don't think we can do Logibots. Unless at some point we can drop them. Okay. Let's see. First things first. We need one electric furnace. Actually, we probably need two. But let's start with this. Jeez, okay. Actually, we can probably take that down there. Yes, we can. Except it just barely doesn't reach to the furnace. Of course it doesn't. Okay. That finally makes us some iron plates. There is a new lubricant recipe? Okay. Perhaps one day. Okay. Need to turn off my exoskeletons for a second. You're just going to yank out a bunch of this nitrogen-rich minerals. Hand carted over there just to make the iron plates. Exos back on, thank you. Okay. With that in mind, let's make a whole bunch of transport belts. Does anybody remember what the hover is or whatever to see your own construction radius? I know there's a way to do it. Hover over your equipment. Yeah, that's doing nothing. Shut up when you try to place a ghost. Aha, so it does. Ooh, that's huge. Okay. Neato. Hey, we have nitrogen-rich minerals coming in. Alright. I'll leave that there for now. Okay, let's see, what do we need? We need to recycle more concrete, so we can get more bricks, so we can make another furnace. First, we're going to need to recycle some centrifuges to get more concrete. Once we do that, I want a chain. This making iron, that making steel. What got destroyed? It was some wall on a ship, it doesn't matter. What are you short on? Sulfuric acid? Oh, probably because you're full of methane. Right, which was the problem we were trying to solve. Let's just manually drain that. Let's see, another electric furnace. And let's only enable you when there's at least, let's say, 500 plates in the chest. Put you there. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's what walls are for. I'm not concerned about that. I already have item requests on all of those that are stocking them with excess walls and all that fun stuff. Okay, you're full on. Oh, yeah, I was hand feeding you iron plates. That's the other thing. Let's see. Okay, so we actually need to take a bunch of iron plates, make more belts, snake this back around, and make an input to... Geez, we have nothing. Okay, no green circuits either, which means we need to recycle the reds. Which is fine, that's what we're doing here. Let's see. Okay, we're actually going to switch that around so that drop their output that way. Okay. Your problem is lack of sulfuric acid. Your problem is lack of iron plates. Which means we need to sack some gears for now to get those iron plates. So we can make more acid, so we can make more iron ore, so we can get more iron plates. Yeah, that is a fun loop for a chain. I like this. Those off so I can actually pick these up. There we go. Alright. Trickle of iron plates back in here towards the acid. What are we doing on power? We are doing okay. We are able to charge our accumulator things. That's what we want. I don't know if you net extra iron without productivity. Oh, that's a good question. I haven't looked. Let's see, we need 60 sulfuric acid to make 2 iron ore. And over here, we need 1 iron plate to make 50 sulfuric acid. So yeah, it should be positive 40 sulfuric acid per 2 iron plates. It's not exactly a fast process. Interesting. Our problem at the moment is how much... Well, our bottleneck at the moment is how much methane ice we can actually get into this cryo plant. Is there a sane way to speed that up? Let's see, we can mine some onto the other side of the belt with another miner. Oh, or we can just do that here with one splitter. Right, I think we can just do that. That doesn't actually increase throughput. That would need to be a red splitter. Which I guess we can make? Sure, you know what? Why not? There we go. Then we need to take this. We need to make a couple of pipe to grounds. We can get that tank out of the way, so we have room to dump another bulk inserter there, for which we would need more iron. There we go. Okay. Minus modules, that is now working at full speed. Yes, technically positive is the best kind of positive. Okay, that should get us more acid relatively soon. Oh, let's see. So I should just dump a bunch of my spare methane ice on here. Why were we getting ammonia? Why were we getting ammonia? That's a good question. Because we needed it for nitric acid, which is used in the science pack. So just ammonia and water for that. Let's see. Let's see. Was that made in a chem plant? Oh, thank God. That's made in an ordinary chemical plant. Okay. Nitric acid. There. Make another tank to dump that in. And there we have nitric acid. Okay. Now the science pack itself... of course. Okay. That can only be made in another Fulgoran cryo plant, which means we need to go somewhere. to find another one of these things. I guess this one makes the most sense. Let's see. Need to warm up you and possibly you. And that's on the middle of a lake. I doubt we can landfill that. And if I'm reading this terrain correctly, it looks like that is all lake. So unless and until we can get some landfill, that's just not gonna work. I guess you're the next best one? Yeah, that's definitely the next best one. Okay. Okay, I guess just the first one required 50 repair parts. Concrete is landfill here. Is that so? Fascinating. Interesting. Okay. Which one do I want then? Also, why are you stopped? Oh yeah, because I was putting... no pipes or plates or anything into this assembler. Just learned that my Wii Fit's balance board battery terminals are corroded to the point where they don't work. Oh, that sucks. As soon as you put concrete down, it will no longer be a starter base and we can start judging. You know what? I kinda have to warm this one up too, don't I? Yeah. What do you need? More green circuits. Okay, so I need to set that recycler back up. Here's fine. Let's see. We need some more big power grids, which means we need to steal more iron. Whatever, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We want a bunch of repair packs. Oh, love of God. Okay. I want a stock of offshore pumps just on hand to fix that. Let's see. We still have a few of these, don't we? We do. A little more charge should help us keep through the night. Don't forget to read the temperature from the heater. Thank you. I would have forgotten that. Okay, let's see. Don't need you in my way. You have a stack of free efficiency modules. I do. Oh, I have a literal stack of free efficiency modules. Not just a bunch of extra circuits that I could use for that purpose. Thank you, Gridstop. I would have not noticed that. I guess the miners can take some. Not that it matters much. That is a much happier electric grid. No problems with this PC. I don't know if you've seen the issues on the Discord, but my NAS just had a hard drive die on me. So a different PC is technically having problems. But no further problems with the desktop, which is all I particularly care about. IT really just hates you. These days, it seems to. Okay. Steel chest, inserter. I don't want to feed all those by hand. Which means we need... Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see. What else can we be doing here? Probably need some more green circuits at some point. Yeah, you're fundamentally just a... Let's just preemptively drain you. Okay, let's make a couple of speed modules for this power plant. Not power plant, cryo plant. How many PCs do I have? Desktop, laptop, and NAS. So I guess that technically means 3? what is a NAS? NAS stands for Network Attached Storage. So basically, I've thrown all of my hard drives and spare storage devices into that to serve as a glorified external hard drive that I can connect to from any of my other devices. It is mostly just a PC in the literal sense. It does have, like, Jellyfin on it. But it's functionally a server. I did experiment with running local AI on it, and it does work. It has the RAM for like a 9 billion parameter model, but the compute of a Radeon 780M is not exactly what I would call fast. Okay. Again, being limited by the speed of a yellow belt putting methane ice into this, which I guess is fine. Let's see. What can I do to speed this up? I could upgrade this to red belts. I do have the gears and such for it. Look at that happy power grid. Let's see. How do I want to handle this? Oh yeah, you do not want to run an AI on your CPU if you can at all manage it. Okay, how did that blow up? I assume it just didn't get heated. Let's see. 4. What are you missing? Green circuits. Of course you are. Let's see. Making more iron. We have plenty of nitric acid. Is there something I get to do with plastic eventually, or do I just have to scrap it? Oh, couldn't attach the AI to the NVIDIA GPU drivers on Linux. That does make sense. Yeah, let's try to set up another miner. What are we missing? Gears. Of course we are. Alright, let's recycle some more turbines. Look at that, legions of gears. What is your problem? There we go. Full red belt of methane ice. There we go. That's the kind of speed we like to see. I'm going to replace another one of these efficiencies with a speed. Rotating out. I mean, it would, but then I'd have to curve it around. This works just as well. Ooh, I can go even higher on speed, can't I? Leave you again. Come on. There we go. Okay. That's a pretty good balance. Let's see. That's gonna give us a ton of methane that we need to get rid of. Let's see. Plenty of nitric acid. What do we still need here? Yeah, increasing amount of iron, that's good, that's what we like to see. I save all recorded footage raw, and then I scrub back through it after the fact. Let's see, your problem is lack of gears still. Okay, let's see here. I am very glad for this extra inventory space brought about by the tool belt. Okay, let's see. What else can we be doing here? We're mostly just waiting on more repair parts for this, so we can dump in a bunch of... Yeah, can we not freeze like that? Thank you. Let's see. This is slow. working in excess of light oil, I suppose I could make another speed mod for this cracking plant. Yeah, that's the next bottleneck. A second, 25 a second if running at full speed, so we can probably speed that up more. Okay, that is much more evenly balanced. At this point, we'd need more of these going if we wanted to meaningfully improve upon cracking speed. So that's probably as fast as we can get that for now. Let's see. Preemptively flush that. If that was working at full speed, which it won't be. Let's do some ratio math. That'll put out about 1 a second. That'll put out about 10 a second. That'll put out about 0.24 iron ore per second. Which means I can afford to dump some prod modules in here. Extra iron, because I am not going to be bottlenecked by a speed deficit. It's gonna take a minute to craft. Let's see, I should recycle more red circuits to get more greens. How are you coming? 30! That just about takes us to the end here. All right. Let's see. We needed you to make reverse engineered science. Sec. Actually, let's worry about that now. Okay, I need a bunch of pipes to ground. Okay, I keep hearing a noise like something is freezing and breaking, but nothing's actually doing it. Sleeping pill is heading and cannot stay awake. That's 100% fine, Franklin. Have a good night's rest, man. Oh, well, if this Prod 2 could hurry up and craft. We're edging a little bit close to blackouts there. Okay. Where can I dump a few more solar panels where it won't interfere with anything? There. That should be good enough for now. Okay. Should maybe head off to sleep too. Wouldn't blame you a bit, Fire Wizard. Let's see. Now, instead of... Ooh, that's a neat... Okay, we're going to need more repair packs. Oop, no. Just needs one part for each science pack. So we don't need a ton. Let's see. And then to actually get our flare stacks, we should probably bump that up the queue. Let's see, you need more green circuits. Dump. In fact, let me... Really? There. Okay. Yeah, I know there's finally science, right? How am I supposed to sleep when it's not even light outside? I wish I did not empathize with that nearly as much as I do. Okay. Radical idea. If we yoinked some of this iron. I shoved it into this pipe assembler. Okay, let's see. We almost have a flare stack. Look at that. Fluid and gas venting. Just in time, too. Okay. Craft a flare stack. Hook you up there. Oh, you need power? Really? Okay, fine. You can vent 15 a second, compared to you, which is producing 50 a second. Okay. We're going to do this in a very, very ugly way. There we go. This is the true Planet experience, spending 3 hours setting up infrastructure for one science and then rebuilding all of it. I mean, yeah. Actually, I have a better idea. Instead of doing that, let's just put them all in a line. No storage tank at all. Each of these can ditch 45 a second. This produces... Okay, I need one more. And then I need power over there. There we go. I'm back. Also, I'm invisible now. It's not trans-day of visibility anymore. Does that mean that I can't see you, or that you can't see me? Which direction does that go? I love the idea that the flare stack both needs power and is something that had to be invented because the engineer who made a nuclear reactor by hand can't figure out to just make an open pipe to vent gases. Poll in the members chat 1 on number 1. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, we have our flare stack, which means we can keep this loop going, no problem. What should our next goal be? Oh, we'll need that at some point. Ah, we have to make green science for holmium plate productivity on Rubia. Oh wait, that's on Rubia. Well, that's an interesting integration. Holmium craptalysis. I think we will worry about that later. Plutonium prod. More space science. Okay. We will need that eventually. Depleted mixed oxide fuel cells can be reprocessed into more plutonium plus another highly radioactive isotope. Oh, we're going to need to make green science for that. Fascinating. Okay. Ah, and there's lubricant synthesis. Which apparently needs lithium. As advanced repairs and upgrades to our machine, including the crafting of a scaffold to prepare the fulgurant nuclear reactor for repair. Okay, well, we're gonna need a few of these. I guess we should worry about getting green science up now. While the rest of this is in progress. Heard your videos are great to sleep to. I'll be conducting a live experiment now. Preemptive good night. Good night and good luck, Fire Wizard. What was this alternate recipe? Iron plate carbon and methane ice. I wonder where we get carbon from. Let's try and figure that out. Oh, I wonder if we have to get that from asteroids. Did I see any other carbon recipe in the tech tree for this? No. See, I'd love it if we could just vent the hydrogen from methane and keep the carbon. But that does not appear to be an option. Steel, uranium, plutonium. Oxide waste. And then centrifuge into a whole bunch of fun stuff, including steam. How interesting. Mixed oxide reactor. Plutonium rounds. Plutonium fuel. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Probably standard recipe in the crusher. Where did that crusher go? I know we repaired one. Here it is. Yeah, I mean, we can... Oh, gosh. Yeah. Small asteroids, planetary. Oh, gosh. Okay. if I actually prioritized the local stuff. Oh, gosh. Dorohedoro Season 2 airs sometime today. That sounds fun. I have never seen it myself. What is Dorohedoro even about? I'm not sure. It's weird. I mean, it's an anime. Years. Are you gonna need ammo now to shoot the asteroids to grab them? It's looking like that's coming up, yeah. Okay. Alternate space science pack from methane ice. Yeah, 2 iron plate, 1 carbon, 1 methane ice. Iron plate we're making a trickle of here from our nitric acid loop. The carbonic is gonna have to come from shooting and grabbing these asteroids. Yeah, concrete lets you expand some. Not a whole lot of the surface is taken up by this water slush. As for expanding off the side, yeah. You cannot expand off the side, it would seem. Okay. To actually grab the carbonic chunks, we would need electric engines, which means we need that lubricant recipe. Which means we need green science. Shallow water is all this is, Fire Wizard. Yeah, just water with some methane slush in it, I suppose. Solid enough to stand on, it would seem. Okay. Let's see. If I'm gonna worry about green science, what do we need for that? We need a way of pulling the non-solid fuel products from our nuclear scrap onto a bus/recycling loop, because that's the only way we're gonna get green circuits for the inserters. We can technically feed iron plates from the ammonia process back in as a gear source, but probably we'll be getting more of that from recycling turbines. Oh gosh. Oh, come on. I can reach that. I hate that these stupid repair parts only stack to 1. Let's see, how's our power grid doing? We could use some more. Okay. Tell you guys what. I think I am gonna hang it up here for the night. I am starting to get tired. It is getting late for many of you. I think that rebuilding this sounds like an excellent and involved task that is going to take longer than I have before I have to go to bed anyway. So I think the smarter thing is to just save that for tomorrow. I will be endeavoring to be on probably early afternoon Central Time. We'll give the Europeans some better chance to watch some of this. Oh, this has been fun though. I'm enjoying this this moon. All right. I love and appreciate you all. The European hasn't stopped me yet. All right. I'm gonna hang it up. See you guys tomorrow.